Now here we go. Cool. Well, that means I might have to edit that later. So let's rewind a bit, shall we? Thanks, Mega. It's because I went with my headphones and they took over the mic, which was cool. Okay, so as I was saying and no one could hear me, my name's Scott. I'm with Gray 17 of Babylon 5 podcast, and we do weekly shows where we review. Mega says he has to drop a like before he watches The Expanse. Yeah, enjoy The Expanse, man. It's a good show. So we are a Babylon 5 podcast who is watching every single episode of Babylon 5. We're currently in Season 2, and actually next week, our episode of Hunter Prey will be dropping. And you know what I'm going to do? Since it's just Mega here right now, I think, and Mega's leaving. Yeah. Oh, no, there's still people in here. Okay. So we are going through every episode of Babylon 5, so feel free to hit that subscribe and notify button. I promise usually my microphone is working, which is always positive. And we're just going to dive into the game. So check out our channel. We've got some stuff with Babylon 5, Star Trek, Last of Us, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So feel free to join in on the conversation. I'm just going to play the game here. As I was saying before my audio started working, I just play Stellaris because I enjoy the game. I've been playing it for years and years and years, but I am not good. Okay? I am not a gamer. I just kind of do it because I enjoy playing it. If you're looking for strategy, if you're looking for good tips and all of that, I'm not the guy for you. But if you just want to sit back and join the conversation as we talk nerd stuff, feel free. And then if you're watching this when it's not live, throw some comments in there and I will reply to the comments as well too. Aside from that, I'm just going to play. So if you're new to Stellaris, first off, get it. It's an extremely good game. It's got a lot of expansions. A new DLC is actually coming out here this month, and it's going to be about First Contact and working with races that are pre-FTL. It has been out for quite a few years, but they are continually updating it, and it is still, even though it's a little bit of an older game now, it's beautiful, and you'll see. But I enjoy it, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go easy, because, again, as I said, I'm not good. I'm going to go easy. I'm just going to do an Earth-based race and just kind of see what happens. Focus more on research, and hopefully no one kills me right away. For those who are Arthur C. Clarke fans, yeah, I did create the Ramans. But we're not going to play with them tonight. So earlier today, we dropped our interview with Stephen Barton, who's the composer of Star Trek Picard Season 3. So if you haven't seen that yet, I recommend you go take a look at it. He's a really cool guy. Big Star Trek fan, but also just a overall really smart musical person who has done games, TV shows, movies. Some of the things he's best known for is obviously Star Trek Picard now, but also on the TV front, 12 Monkeys. And then on the game front, he's done Apex Legends, Titanfall 1 and 2, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and then also the new sequel coming out for that, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. So it was a really fun conversation we had, and we tried to get him to spoil stuff for us for Star Trek Picard, but he was good. He was safe. He didn't tell us anything we didn't need to know. Hey, Jen, thanks for dropping in. So I'm going to play the United Nations of Earth. And again, if you've never played Stellaris, it's a pretty game, guys. It's just pretty. I mean, so here's the Sol system. We can zoom in. Look at that. There's Earth. There's the asteroids. Got Saturn off here hanging in the distance. Let's go check out Saturn. There's Saturn. Whoop. Whoop. Look at that. Ain't that pretty? So, I'm not really going to talk about how I'm playing because, honestly, again, I'm not that good. But I'm just here to chat with you all. Gotta build me some research stations. Start my research going. Unity's huge because it allows you to open up perks throughout the game. So I always like to do some Unity research first. And let's see, I do like my minerals, so we'll start making more minerals there. Let's see what's going on down in Earth. Okay. We don't have any minerals right now, but we can fix it real quick. Our guys don't need to eat, so we're going to sell some food. We're going to sell some consumer goods, and then we're going to buy some more minerals. We're going to send my science ship over here to Alpha Centauri to do some surveying. Let's see, there's edicts in the game. Right now I'm not going to turn anything on because I don't have anything really researched, but we'll get back to those in a little bit. And then, so far we're still in the pause mode, so it can let you kind of get set up before you get going. I got my construction ship working. I got my little Navy fleet. They're just kind of hanging out. We're not going to worry about them for right now. And it looks like we're ready to get going, so hit play. So we're going to be recording our discussion of Hunter Prey tomorrow night, and that will drop here in a couple weeks. But the newbies are definitely very deep into Season 2 of Babylon 5. We have ourselves over the halfway point. So we're the Coming of Shadows was huge for them, and I think it's just a matter of time before the really start getting into the bulk of the series in terms of the serialization of it. I think we have 2 episodes left that are not written by JMS, J. Michael Straczynski, and then we will definitely be into the territory where it is just him writing the entire show until we get to 1 episode in Season 5. Here's my traditions I got from that Unity. I honestly don't know what to pick here because I'm sure there is some meta out there that says, like, you should always pick this one first. But you know what? I do enjoy expanding, so I'm going to pick expansion. And we have discovered alien life. UNS Tradewind has made a startling find in Alpha Centauri 3. The planet is teeming with alien life. For the first time in history, we have encountered life forms that did not originate on Earth. The amazing discovery has silenced those who believed we were alone in the universe. Although none of the alien creatures found on Alpha Centauri 3 are sapient, it is likely only a matter of time before we encounter beings that are blank. Blank, blank, blank. We may not be alone out there. If we scroll out, we're actually in a really good spot here. We're on the corner of the galaxy, if the spiral galaxy has corners. Oh, the United Earth is abuzz with the news of alien life that has been found. While hardly intelligent by human standards, the fascinating beings defy easy classification and hint at an immense complexities and possibilities in the universe. So what I'm saying here is we have... Oh my goodness. The game's like, hi, I want you to talk. We recently encountered alien life has reignited and made suddenly more urgent the old debate of how we should approach contacting people. Well, you know what? We're Earth. We like aliens, usually. So we're going to be greeting the Xenos with open arms. I'm going to pause for a second. So as I was saying, we don't have to worry about defending over here because, well, we're at the very edge of the galaxy. So all I got to do is worry about defending these points. That's going to make things a whole lot easier. I'm realizing now that you can't see my cursor. That's cool. Hold on. I can fix that. Oop. Man. Let's see. Haha. Now, when I point at stuff, there you go. That's better. So as I was saying when you couldn't see, I don't have to defend over here. I just got to defend over here. It makes things a little easier for me to start out with. Okay. My construction's almost done here. So my little construction ship is in here building a mining station on an asteroid. Once he's done doing that, ooh, mass extinction. Our first stumbling steps into the void beyond Earth were not motivated solely by curiosity or a desire to conquer the unknown. The biosphere of Earth is undergoing rapid changes in the past few centuries, and prominent scientists warn that Earth may be facing with the beginning of a mass extinction event. That cyclical purging of life is inseparable from planetary existence in the greater cosmos. A research plan has been put together to study the number of planets rendering uninhabitable by major astronomical incidents or planet-bound catastrophes. We hope that by reconstructing these events, a similar fate may be avoided on Earth. So, Stellaris throws you a couple different quests, I guess, when you first get started. Here's one of them where you're just going to have to explore some planets and figure out how the mass extinctions happen so it doesn't happen on Earth. So, our situation log is over here. And as you can see, we got to find a broken planet, a burned planet, a chilled planet, a desolate planet, and a noxious planet. Once we do that, we get some bonuses. Okay, my construction's complete over here, so let's go over here. When that guy's done surveying, I'm going to build another science ship while I'm waiting so I can explore more. And I'm also going to go over here. Again, I like my Unity, so we're going to build some more Unity. Again, I'm sure people are watching this going, man, that was a stupid move. Probably was. I'm just playing for fun. Let's go over to Sirius. Check it out. Build a star base over here in Alpha Centauri. Alpha Centauri has a 16 size continental world. We're definitely going to colonize that sucker. And while I'm working on building a star base for that, Proxima Centauri B. As long as we humans have been able to look into the stars for the new homes, Proxima Centauri B has been a naive dream, a place we would look to with optimism, a new home. Sadly, as our telescopes got better, we realized that the planet would probably be a tidally locked, frozen hellscape, a theory which we have confirmed today. There is hope, however. This world has all the building blocks necessary for a habitable planet. It might just need a slight push. Thanks for inspiring us, Centauri B. There's two options here, but it does the same thing. We get some unity out of it, which allows me to do my first expansion. I'm going to colonize pretty soon, so I want to add an additional pop when I colonize. Okay, get my starbase down. Let's build some mining. This guy has no orders, so let's send him over here. And then we're going to colonize. Oh, I need some civilian pop, or civilian consumer goods. So let's buy some of those. There we go. Let's colonize. We're not building enough consumer goods, but we can fix that fairly easily by doing this. Build a civilian industry. And we want to grow faster. More breeding, please. Gotta research that. Hey, I built enough mines. So what I like about Stellaris is there's a lot of stuff you can do with it, and there's a lot of little just fun sci-fi things that pop up, like Solar Sailor. We have discovered an abandoned solar sail ship in orbit around Procyon 2. The sublight vessel was built by an unknown culture and appears to be several thousand years old. One of the massive sails has a large tear where some kind of object passed through, most likely a meteoroid. which appears to have disabled the vessel. Although the technology of the ship is severely outdated, it does possess some interesting engineering design choices. And then we get some engineering. Jin, it's a fun one. And you can... There's a lot of DLC. Don't get scared. They put out about a new DLC every 6 months, like a big one, like a big update, and then they put some little stuff in there. But you can really just play with the base game. And I think the base game is like $10-15 anymore. Human xenologists are practically falling over themselves to publish their take on the recent findings of alien life. Well, get some dissertations going, buddies. Okay. So my guy's constructed here, so I can use him somewhere else. Looks like we got a planet down here. Yeah, go ahead and research. That's fine. We got another planet down here that's 20, so we're going to definitely colonize that sucker. So I'm going to move him down there so I can build a star base down there. Okay. Now, I could keep going on this track, and I can make my star base influence cost 10% less, which means I can build star bases faster. But actually, I'm going to start a new track here, and I'm going to go with Discovery, because I want to do some research. And when you build these tracks all the way out, you get ascension perks, which allow you to really advance your species, and I'll show you how that works in a little bit. Ancient life pod. An abandoned life pod was detected in close orbit of Sirius 5. It is covered in scorch marks, presumably from the pod's mothership explode, when the pod's mothership exploded. And preliminary scans suggest it has built more than 500 years ago. The crew of the UNS Cortez managed to open the pod, revealing the withered remains of a reptilian alien clad with resplendent uniform. Clutched in one of his claws was a small picture of another individual from his same race, possibly a mate or a revered leader. Interesting. We get some research out of that. Yeah, Paradox is... What I like about Paradox games, though, is, you know, they could have easily abandoned this game a long time ago and decided, hey, we're just going to go ahead and do Stellaris 2 or whatever. But instead, they kept the same base game. Hey, my first colony. They kept the base game and just continue to build off of it and really do a lot of improvements on it too. So it's nice that you know, they just don't abandon it. Got some research done here. Oh, I like my ships being fast, and I also like my ships blowing stuff up. Let's go with fast. Cool. Construction is completed. We can do another colony. We got enough resources. Send that colony. Do it. And then this guy can build this research base. Okay. At this point, while we're working on some research, I'm going to slow the game down a little bit. And I'm going to start working on my ship designs. Because just using the one ship design is not going to be the best option for you. Okay, let's see. Where do I want to go? I'm going to wait for this guy to... Oh, why are you not surveying? Survey, please. And then I'm going to build another science ship. I love science. Science is fun. Okay, survey speed. My guys can survey planets and stars faster. Okay, so these guys are surveying. That's good. Okay, now what I was doing was I was going to work on my ship designer. So what I like to do is there's different classes of ships. Right now we only have the Corvette class. So it's already pre-built an interceptor for me. It's got some missiles on it. It's got some mass drivers. I'm going to actually put a laser on here. Yeah, go ahead and research that. Sure, go for it. And that is actually going to be more damage to hull, whereas in the mass drivers are more damage to shields. So now we can kind of do hull and shields. And then I'm going to... oops, before I was going to do that, get out of there. I have to stop the auto-generate. There we go. Now I'll put that laser on there. I'm going to change its name, and I'm going to be very, very original here and say this is an interceptor class. It's easy to remember. Crystal growths, life forms living on DYI-71J, were nothing like we expected. Our scientists report back that our asteroid has crystal growths. These growths have turned out to be self-sustaining and caused by crystals taking in the ambient radiation of Bertios, and combining it with the mineral composition of the asteroid. The crystals themselves are primarily made out of sucrose and could potentially even be edible. Sugar. So we can do curious and we add a research base to them. Or edible, we can add some food. You know what? I like sugar. Okay. So we're down there at the interceptor. We're going to save it. Oh, this is a new thing they just added a while back. So I'm going to do this as a brawler ship. Yeah. Oh, see, I don't want to do that. That's never mind. See, this is what happens when they change stuff on me, though. I haven't played in a bit, and they change stuff. I don't want to do auto rolls. Alien writing. Someone used a mining laser from orbit approximately 5,000 years ago. Londo, is that you? To carve a large body of writing into the surface of Ardetta Via. The massive script covers a large portion of the moon's upper hemisphere and appears to be a short story chronicling the difficult life of an alien mercenary. Poets. Did I just find poplars? There's a lot of references in this game, that's for sure. Okay, so we're going to do deflectors. I'm going to do armor. There, okay. Save. No more. Okay, that's going to take me 900 days of research. We do not need to do that right now. Save. Okay, so my interceptor's done. I'm going to close out this for a minute because I've been waiting too long. And my guys need to start doing stuff. Oh, look, there's food over here. That's where my sugar is. Okay, we can do more research. Let's do 20% research. Okay. And we don't need to keep that one anymore because I'm not using their designs. Now, I've got an interceptor. Now I want to... Oh, what just happened? What just happened? Oh, got more Unity. So, research alternatives, or we can do research station output. Let's do that. All right. Survey complete. Yes. Yes. My first colony, Alpha Centauri Prime, is going to be popping here pretty soon. Okay, so now I'm going to create another ship. Corvette class. This time we're going to make it a picket ship. And we're going to make it, again, very original, picket. And this guy's going to have, let's see, the Sentinel Point defense does not much damage to shield, but does armor damage. And since we're early game, a lot of people are not going to have shields yet, so we're going to do that. And then we're going to do, same idea. We're going to do 2 mass drivers. We're just going to be blasting the crap out of armor. Save. There's my picket ship. And the last one I'm going to do is going to be a missile ship, because I like missiles. And this one's going to be a gunboat. Boom, boom, boom. Mass extinction chilly planet. I have found a chilly planet. That's one of my mass extinction requirements, so I'll be able to check that one off the list. Cool. Now I got all my ships ready to go. Can research again. So I'm already doing pretty good with survey speed, but let's keep going with that. Okay, build mining here, or actually energy. And then we've got that research over here. Let's research that. That's the chilly planet, so we can get that checked off our list. Okay, now that we've changed our fleet designs, we can change our fleet here. It's going to upgrade manually to the Gob boat, because I can't spell excellent. I am an idiot. Yeah, let's go ahead and make that gunboat. And we can delete the gob boat. So we found mass extinction frozen, so that's going to get checked off our list. Okay, now let's upgrade the gob boats to gunboats. There we go. And then there's a lot of minerals over there. I want you to go there and build me a starbase for those minerals. And now I need a... I'm going to go ahead and build a couple interceptors and a couple picket ships, or one picket ship. So now I have a decent sized fleet to start with. Let's build another construction ship. Oh, well, we're out of money. So let's not. Okay, Alpha Centauri is going. See, this is what happens when I talk. I am not paying attention. We'll build some residential here. I really want to start making more alloys, so we're going to make these guys an alloy building planet. Our president has gained a trait. Congrats, president. Good job. Sirius Prime's about ready to open up here for business. That's going to be good. My construction ship is about ready to build me some starbase there, so I can get that going. This guy needs to auto-survey. Stop. It used to be the game you had to research auto-survey, but now they just give it to you up front, and I'm just used to having to research it, so I forget to make them auto-survey. We're doing pretty good on all of this here. We're building a lot. We're producing a lot of energy, gathering minerals, getting food. That's all good. My alloys could be doing better, but again, I've got Alpha Centauri building that right now. But let's go ahead and we'll start buying some more alloys each month. And that'll spend energy costs. No, you're not going to take that long to do that, so let's leave that alone for now. So at the turn of the month, you're going to see my energy drop. Yep, because I'm now building more alloys, so that's good. And that means I can build more ships. Okay. My starbase is built, so we're going to build some research stations. We're not doing very hot on the minerals at the moment, so I'm going to buy, because I love buying stuff, I'm going to buy 1,000 minerals. So we're good there. And then I'm going to tell this guy that I also want him to build mining stations, because I want all those minerals right there, that 15 a month. We got 2 planets over here. Continental, ooh. 2 continental worlds, 25 and 16. That is huge. Yes, please. Once he's done figuring that out, I am definitely going to colonize those suckers. We have encountered a civilization. We have detected the presence of a pre-space alien civilization on Raman 2 in the Raman system. Oh, these are my Ramans? These are the guys I created. There's evidence that they have harnessed the power of the atom. Nuclear weapons may be prolific among them. Oh, good. Nothing good can happen there. That's great. So there's actually people on that planet. Now, if I was a bad civilization, I would say, that's my planet now, and I would take them over. But I am a nice science-based Earth group, so I'm going to go ahead and let them not be taken over. Although with nukes, they may kill themselves. Also, I need to build some stuff on Alpha Centauri. Contact report primitives. Okay, we already heard about that. So our city district's about ready to come up online here, so that will be fine there. Okay, now it's asking me if I want to go look for more habitable worlds. Of course I do. So now, let's do more research alternatives. I'm going to finish out the discovery track. Okay, so one of the planets I can't colonize because it's got those folks on it, but this 25 size one, I can. Except for... Oh, yeah, of course. Duh, I need to build a starbase there. Let's build a construction ship and put a starbase there. I swear I'm usually not this dumb, but I'm trying to explain what I'm doing as I play, and that's just weird. There's my other science ship I built a while ago that I forgot about. Let's see here. Go research. Go research. Here's my other construction ship. I want you to go build a starbase there, and then there. Thank you. Ooh, here we go. We've encountered an alien vessel. Let's see if we can figure out what they are, shall we? Oh, space whales. They are space whales. So our science ship runs away because, you know, space whales are scary. And now we're going to have to take some time to research them. Thanks, Jen. Have a good time at work. And thanks for joining me. So let's research the space whales. Okay, my construction ship is there, so... Oh, I got a new ruler mandate. Check that out in a second. My mandate now is to build city districts. I can do that because Stellaris is online now. Let's just build that. Build that. And there. That will fix that one real quick. More research available. We don't really have any nebulas around, so let's do this. Construction's done there. Where else can he go? I'd like to go over here and start locking this down because this is where, you know, like I need to be defensible. And there's another choke point. Convenient mining. Yes. Crystals are trapped there. Well, I can't do crystal mining yet, but see, here's a choke point. So everyone who wants to come at me here has to go through here. So I definitely want to defend that guy. Actually, probably defend that guy. And then I want to defend over here, probably over here. So once these guys are done researching, ooh, an infection has been formed. So let's go over here. The Voltaeum Star Assembly. We have recovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization on ZR-328. They must have been active in the region of space approximately 12 million years ago, judging by the age of the artifacts. From what they have been able to piece together, our scientists theorize that these aliens, who called themselves the Voltaeum Star Assembly, were worm-like annelids, roughly 3 to 4 meters in length. They communicated with each other primarily through vibrations carried along their segmented bodies. Ooh. So now we get our situation here. We found our precursors. The game throws out like several different types of precursors, and you're going to find at least one every game. And so you got to research and find artifacts recovered from this precursor race. And when you do, you're going to find their homeworld. And usually their homeworld's got some nice little stuff for you. But that'll take some time. Okay, this place is ready to be colonized. Let's do it. And then I'm going to go over here. And like I said, I want to lock down this stuff. Ooh, we have an asteroid. Our deep space tracking array on Sirius Prime has made an alarming discovery. A large asteroid is heading towards the planet on a direct collision course. Should it impact the surface, the consequences could be disastrous. The asteroid must be destroyed. Well, that's great because I've got my good old gunships and interceptors and one picket ship here, and they'll make mincemeat of that. There we go. Let's see. Upon entering Whittier, our sensors picked up strange readings. Dismissed at first as glorified asteroids, things quickly changed when it was discovered that these entities reacted aggressively to movement in space, even at great distances. Observation of these entities, preferably from the safe distance, is advised. Yeah, let's keep observing them. Let's research that. And that attack notice we got was actually our ships taking on the asteroid. So here we are. We're going to blow that asteroid up before it hits Sirius Prime. Look at that. Get him. Nefri's Pride. The armed vessel discovered in orbit on X95498 is an abandoned military spacecraft called Nefri's Pride. Its light frame and evasive hardware suggest it was built for long-distance patrol missions, but it has since been retrofitted into a long-range stealth bomber. Records of this ship's comms reveal it has hijacked by a rebel guerrilla on its way to perform a strike against a secret complex called the Zvan Labs. Said to hold a weapon so powerful it could win them the war when they were shot down. We have extracted the ship's destination from its navigation drive. So we can either send a science crew to the lab, or we can just get 50 Unity. Well, let's go check out that lab. This asteroid's about ready to get blowed up. Get it, guys. Come on. Asteroid destroyed. The asteroid was approaching Sirius Prime on a collision course, has been destroyed. With their doom averted, our jubilant citizens on the planet have taken to the streets in celebration. And we got some minerals out of that thing, too. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to send my guys back to their main starbase. I'm going to continue on this track with Polytechnic Education, which will let my leaders gain levels faster. I have research available. After eating space-based crystal sugars for a few years now, it has become apparent that our population would like to see it more readily available. Our scientists have come up with a list of potential candidates where we would be constructing more crystal farms. Oh, good. My guys have sugar high now. Up to 3 random asteroids will now produce 3 food, or we'll gain more unity. I think we're doing pretty good with food. So my guys don't need any more sugar, but I like the unity. So we can do, in fact, we can build 20% more food right now anyway. So there you go. We can research that sucker. Okay, I want to build a starbase here. Oh, I'm lacking enough to do that. How's this going? This is still going. We've encountered a mysterious monolith. The monolith, we found an MF-1000 dwarfs a science ship we sent to investigate it. A majestic, smooth slab of metal and once garish pigment patterns on the front have been reduced to mere flecks. A small power outlet on the machine's side promises its secrets will be unveiled in exchange for a modest sum of energy credits. So we can activate the machine for 200 credits. Well, jeez. Or we can leave it alone. Yeah, you know, why leave stuff alone? Let's pick at it. Let's poke at it. The machine awakens. The machine stirs. Ancient mechanisms clanked behind the smooth facade. After much whining, buzzing, and dramatic pause, a metallic panel slides back, and a ship-sized cylinder rolls out of the machine. The cylinder is empty, its contents long evaporated through its corroded sealing cap. The container itself is still in good shape, though, and the unknown alloy is on par with the metal we use to make our ships. So we would have got some good stuff if that thing hadn't leaked, but instead we're just going to get a minor artifact, which isn't bad. Oh, what we got over here? Oh, we got a locust swarm. That's a big one. 2,000 power. My fleet right now only has 356. So as you can assume, We ain't gonna be playing with those guys anytime soon. Okay. This guy's been sitting here for a while because I haven't been paying attention. Cool. You all are going to have so much fun in the comments. That guy didn't even know what he was doing. You're right. I didn't. Because I went, ooh, look. Space amoebas. So they weren't whales, they were amoebas. They disappeared real quick. The entities encountered by our fleets some time ago are new, wondrous forms of spaceborne life. Quickly nicknamed space amoeba. Yeah, okay, research it. Following an analyst's gross misreading of initial sensor output, the creature is in fact larger than the average human corvette. We should leave it be and remotely monitor the creature and its kin from Earth. So we can do just that. We can issue special project. Okay. I love when my thing just like keeps popping stuff as I'm trying to read. So, on solar sails, we have found the wreckage of an archaic spaceship of unusual design. Instead of using propulsion similar to that of modern ships, the craft relied on large sails. This is the second large sail ship we found this time. In the vacuum of space, presumably the ship harvested solar energy and drifted on the solar winds created by starlight. Was Captain Cisco and Jake flying it? We can create an archaeology point there, so we'll do that. Okay, we're going to finish this discovery track. Okay. So on this one, I want more unity. So I'm going to do one vision, which allows my guys to create more unity faster. Okay, so we can study the amoebas or do pacification. We're going to study them. Well, let's coexist with the amoebas. That way we don't have to blow them up. I don't like blowing up space amoebas. Hey, Rafe. Looks like there's a lot of more stuff going on than MOO. I don't actually know what MOO is. More research. Improved deflectors, research stations, blue lasers, and fusion reactor. I like deflectors. Deflectors are good. Okay. Build that starbase now. This guy, okay, he's building stuff. He's good. We're going to build some more fleet. Good job. Construction's completed. Okay, let's go over here. Okay, that's the lab. So we can go check out that lab real quick. Oh, Master of Orion. Oh, man. I was never really a huge Master of Orion player, but I'll tell you who was. Mike on our team. He played the crap out of Master of Orion. Okay, so let's investigate these aliens we found over here. Haven't found... So, see, my guys are out of work. Look at this. I'm just slacking off. We're going to build more of that. Oh, a new colony is open. Woohoo. Let's build a district here. And looks like what I could really use is more minerals. So start mining, guys. Here's my research is done. We can improve our armor, or we can upgrade our coil guns, or make build speed faster. I like build speed. I like to build stuff. Okay, this is done with the starbase. We're going to build this mining and research here. This guy is researching the labs, and he's almost done, so that will pop in a second. There it is. Oh, no, it's strategic resource. Volatile motes. Motes we can't use yet because we have to study how to get them, but we'll find them. Okay, so here's from that lab we found. Invisible death. Our scientists have returned from the Zavon labs unscathed with the footage collected from the facility security cameras. It shows lab scientists bound and gagged as guerrilla soldiers pry open the weapon's strong box. But to their dismay, the box is empty. Only minutes later, the rebels can be seen writhing on the floor in intense agony, dark patches swelling across their bodies. Oh, then their skin rips and gray, undeniable matter spills out. The matter continues to expand, swirling hypnotically around them until one of the scientists activates the emergency system. Sprinkles douse the room in liquid and electrical surge passes through it, executing all living things. Here the footage ends. Our crew can now confirm that the strongbox was indeed empty. Spooky. And I get suspicious material tech. So basically, it was a biological warfare. Great. Okay, so that science ship is done doing that, so he can go do more surveying. Okay, all my science ships. This science ship is just sleeping. He needs to stop sleeping. He needs to do stuff. Oh, he's level 3. You know what we're going to have him do? Okay, we found a bird planet. We got to study that. What we're going to do with this science ship is we're going to send him over here and we're going to have him dig at that artifact site. Okay, we're going to research that project. Oof. Desolate planet. A planet the system was still wears the fossilized traces of a past ecology on its sleeve. Okay, so that's another one of those planets for the mass extinction track. Okay, we're now... Okay, so there's my mass extinction toxic, so I've got that covered. My scientist is leveled up. We've discovered a new life form in Hullabari, although calling it a life form may be incorrect. The entities appear to be fully automated, mechanical drones. So, well, let's go ahead and continue to study those drones, guys. So we actually haven't found a civilization yet. Oh, there's a molten world. So on my situation on those... Oh, I can also research that. Let's do that. That's my amoeba pacification. I forgot to research that. Oh, we found another civilization that is not ready for faster and light travel yet. These guys have entered the early steam age. So my mass extinction, I only need to find Desolate, which I've already found. I just need to research it and then to find a broken planet. So... now I can continue this. Let's finish up the expansion track now. So we'll do the Starbase influence cost is 10% less. So Rafe says, I've never played Stellaris, but looks like there's a much bigger focus on discovering things through exploration. Master of Orion basically shoves everything into the tech trees. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I will be perfectly honest. I am definitely not the best person to be watching if you're actually trying to learn how to play the game, because I've been playing this game for years, but I am not an intensive gamer, and I just kind of do it for fun. So I have absolutely no doubt I'm doing this wrong. I know there are meta ways that you should be doing it, and it will make it go faster, much like when I used to play StarCraft back in the day. I mean, I never learned the keyboard commands. I never knew how to be fast. I just enjoy playing the game and reading the stories and stuff. But what you'll see as we get farther into the game is there is a lot of stuff going on in terms of management of other civilizations, doing diplomacy, and then also obviously military focus as well too. And then how it all works out is if you get deep enough into the game, there is a mid-game crisis, which is a randomized crisis that could be a number of different things. And then there's an end-game crisis. And the end-game crisis, again, there's about, I don't know how many, but there's several potential end-game crises that will pop up. And your ultimate goal is to not only survive throughout the entire game, which will go for about 500 years, or to 2500. So we start at the year 2200. We're 17 years in, based on my calendar here. And we'll go to 2500. So your goal is to survive, but then also, if you come over here to the situation log, you can go over here to victory points. And as you encounter folks, you'll see where you are. Right now, I'm ranked 12th among the other NPCs they're playing as well too, and it tells you how I'm getting that score. So right now I'm not doing very well, but I'm also, just playing around too. Okay, so towed asteroid. For some reason, someone has towed an asteroid into a stable orbit around Kuma 4. The massive engine sections and braking thrusters can still be found on the surface, although they have long since been rendered inoperable. Whoever did this also mined the asteroid for minerals, but these operations were seemingly abandoned shortly after they began. So I can do some research there. Cool. There's another good mineral spot. I'm going to go ahead and Go up here and drop a starbase there. This guy's just hanging out. We're going to drop a starbase there too. I haven't, actually, these aren't even starbases. These are just basically platforms. The starbases, I've only built one, and that's its soul. I will start building actual starbases where I can build ships and do more stuff. I just haven't done it yet. Okay, this guy, I want you to go research that instead of going over there. Also, one thing I haven't done yet that I should have is I've got these, I've got these little civilization here that's in the nuclear age. And I can build an observation post to watch them. Actually, before I do that, let's build that mining and then do that. And then over here too, because you can see the little trade here is 10, but I'm not claiming that because it's not highlighted. If I build a starbase, like I just mentioned, I can do some trade here. So we'll put a starbase there. I don't want you doing that for 706 days, so no. Research. I like population. Let's keep growing. Okay. There's my barren world. That's done. So I should have to... No, you can research that later when it doesn't take you a year. So at this point, I have one science ship that's tired. What are they doing? Okay, they did the barren planet. Okay. Unexpected mineral seams. Geological surveys of Raman Prime have revealed that the planet is richer in minerals than we thought. After calibrating our sensors to penetrate deeper into the ground, we have discovered several promising mining sites. Should we direct our additional resources to probing efforts, we might yet uncover deeper veins. Oh, heck yeah. Let's start digging, but also let's fund it. Let's pay $1,000 to make it better. The mining drones are still being investigated. So these are mining drones down here, right there. Mining drones are not too hard to get rid of. Okay, so this is our, hold on. This is our guy over here doing this archaeological dig. Actually, not that, oh, deep veins. This is when we just paid to do the mining. Probing the underground of Raman Prime is a tedious process. Our scanners do not react well to the ground composition, and shifts in the geological layers mean that we have to recalibrate them every time. Still, we've discovered more exploitable veins of high-quality ore. Their depths make the logistics of the mining operation more complex than usual, but it will take more than that to stop us. There is no assurance that the additional probing operations will lead us to more mineral veins. So I can begin mining operations and it'll give me a plus 15% minerals from the jobs on this planet. Or I can just pay more and see what else we can do. Yeah, why not? We're doing pretty good with energy, so we're going to pay more. Okay, so as I was saying, this guy over here is doing the archaeological dig. And he has found a crashed starship. A log of sorts was recovered from what is believed to have served as the spacecraft's bridge. Captain's Chronicle. Begin recordings. Made forced landing on planet X5523X. Incompetent crew to blame. Oh. We can do that in a minute. Shadba, Vaxa, and Kilbrock III did not survive. Pervax, last two secondary appendages and 7 of his eyes remain in critical condition. Survival doubtful. Rest are fine, awaiting rescue, but surrounded by idiots, very depressed. Oh, he's a wonderful captain. Good job. So we'll keep digging there. And then over here on our mining, the latest prospect efforts of Raman Prime was inconclusive. Whatever minerals we could detect were buried too deep in too small quantities and through unstable ground. The projected cost of exploiting these veins would be higher than the profits. Despite this, our previous findings represent an enormous source. So I paid $1,500 more, and I did get an extra 10%, so now it's going to be plus 5%. So that's good. Good job. And also over here too, my guys are looking for some work. So let's have them do another industry site. And over here, these guys, let's go ahead and do mineral. And also, let's build a research site here. And then here, We can do industry, and I want them to... Oh, I'm out of money again. Minerals. So we'll just leave that for a minute. My starbase is built over here. And here I can make a trade hub, so I can get that 10 trade we saw. And I don't need another shipyard that close to Seoul, so I'm going to do an anchorage, which allows me to build a larger fleet. And then we'll wait on that. I don't need to do any of that right now. Okay, so I still want to get up there and lock that down. That's the space amoebas, and I'm learning to placate them right now. So once that research is done, which will be 94 months, I'll be able to move up here and start taking that area. Over here, I can fill in the gaps. Again, I usually don't take this long to do all this, but because I've been talking and reading as I go, I've been not paying attention as much as I should. We're going to go ahead and build a starbase outpost there. This guy is going to do that, and I'm going to have him circle back and fill in that gap over there. We got to research the drones so we can check out over there. We'll do that in a bit. Now we're going to pick between courier network, which allows my empire size to be less of effect on my spending, or I can have my starbase cost less. My empire size is only 109 right now, which is not bad. You start hearing having penalties when you get above 100, but the penalties are not huge right now. Actually, there's no penalties yet, so it must be a little bit after 100. So we're going to do starbase upkeep costs go down so I can make some more energy. I'm still buying alloys, and I'm making a lot more now, so I can stop buying those. Everything else looks to be good. I'm bringing in a lot of everything. I can actually start selling some food. I got a lot of food, so we're going to sell 5 food a month. Everything else looks pretty good. Okay, my construction is complete over here, so I can go ahead and build that mining. He's done over here, so we're going to go over here and build this starbase. More on the crash ship. Another log has been found and translated. First mate Yahar speaking. Captain has been safely stowed in utility closet C. There been a mutiny. That bumbling fool is to blame for everything. I'm in command now. Look at me. I'm the captain. Chief Engineer Zarbala is working on a subspace transmitter. Without one, I fear we'll never get rescued as we're too far off the corporate trade routes. Pervex lost another eye. Likely won't last the day. Poor guy's lost 8 eyes now. Let's keep digging. Okay, let's do that mining station. He's good. You can go over here now. Can't go here because we got that locust swarm we got to deal with. Our research is up, so we now have top pop seed plus 10%. Let's do... Oh, we encountered another alien. We'll do that in a minute. Let's do edicts plus 20. I haven't even turned on edicts yet. And let's do research plus 20. Let's go over here to edicts. We can do a recycling campaign, which will make consumer goods 10% less, which is nice. And then for 22 Unity, we can go ahead and map the stars. We're making 74 Unity a time, so I think that's good. That will allow us to survey speed 25% more. But actually, now that I look at that, I'm going to do the... I'm going to wait on that because there's not much else I can survey. Well, I guess I am surveying over here, aren't I? My little engines that could are over here surveying. So yeah, let's go ahead and map the stars. And see, our edicts are 21 out of 25 now. Took 22. Okay. Then we have encountered this race. We have made first contact with mysterious aliens in the Apatelius system. For now, we have codenamed them the Sprites. Okay, so let's investigate the Sprites. During a survey of Opilus 4, the UNS Tradewind discovered deposits of rare crystals. Okay. So they have crystals, which we can't mine yet. But when we can, we will. Light show. Science officer Jenichi Takiya reports that the Man, my pronunciation game is down. Luminous waves coursing through the ice that blankets Optimus 4 are in alien origin. Some ancient... luminous. Oh my god. I thought that was a J. I need to get my glasses fixed. Let's try again. That the luminous waves coursing through the ice that blankets Optimus 4 are the alien of alien origin. Some ancient bottle has deposited scattered wreckage from an alien fighter on the frozen planet, and all the exposed core of its main weapons remain intact. It seems this alien race used lasers somewhat more advanced than the ones currently in use by human fleets, and the fizzling innards periodically discharge low-powered laser into the ice of Optimus 4. The planet's harsh climate prevents the lasers from actually melting the ice, allowing the chilly matrix to act as a brilliant prism. We could use that blue laser technology. Look at that. I got blue lasers just for fun. Cool. And actually, because of that, my ships that have lasers should have upgraded automatically to blue lasers. And they did. Excellent. So then I have to go over here and I have to upgrade my ships. And they'll get those blue lasers. Heat from below. After probing beneath the surface, we have concluded the unusual heat signatures of Optimus 2A are caused by hydrothermal springs. There seems to be more to the planet than meets the eye. Intriguing. Yeah, let's keep looking at that. Depths of alien life. Continued exploration. The crew of UNS Trainwood has revealed that the hot water coming from the deep within the planet's crust is teeming with microscopic life. What we once thought was an empty, frozen planet actually contains a thriving underwater biosphere. And we get some research points for that. Excellent. We're continuing to check out this species, the sprites, so we'll keep going. Okay. Oh, we have detected a significant sprite's presence in the Spectrum system, although they are now inhabited planets as far as we can tell. A large space installation of some sort orbits the system. Oh, this is going to be our first civilization, guys. Fascinating. They're building star bases. How's my amoeba research doing? Amoeba research will be done in 30 months. Food growth. Oh, I need to get more food. Okay. I can do that. He wants me to get more food to fulfill that mandate. Right now I'm only doing one. It's because I'm selling 5, so let's stop selling those for a bit. And let's go right over here and let's... Earth is not feeling too hot right now. They're not very happy with me. Probably because I'm not letting them work. Star patterns. The latest sensory readings from frontal showed the star pulsating regularly, but when the crew on the UNS Columbus arrived on site, there was no evidence to support the data. While most of the crew are in agreement that the anomaly was caused by a sensory malfunction, Science Officer Dai Sato discards this theory. Dai Sato claims to have discovered similar pulsating energy emissions patterns somewhere elsewhere, and now fears that something strange is happening to the galaxy's stars. They have charted the courses to the nearest affected stars. So we can either get to the bottom of it and start looking at pulsating stars, or not worry about it. Well, let's figure out why the stars are pulsating. Okay, I'm going to build another city district that will help with my amenities issue right now. These guys are doing okay. I can go ahead and let's build a farm there. These guys could use some amenities, so we're going to... Oh, I'm out of money. Let's buy some minerals. These guys, I'm going to build another city district there. This guy can upgrade there. And we're doing okay here. What do I want them to build? I'm doing okay for alloys. I think I want them to be a farming planet right now. Clear signal from the sprites. Oh, okay. Go research that. Fine. We had struggled to gather enough information on the sprites in our logistics to have much to go on, but now our efforts have received a major boost. Our sensors have picked up a lengthy exchange between several of the ships. We can only assume this guard... Okay, go away. Their guard slipped for a moment, or perhaps their technology is not as advanced as we had suspected, and they thought their channel to be secure. Well, let's keep reading into that. Signs of battle. There is a clear evidence that a massive space battle took place in close orbit of Madistram 1 at some point in the last 5,000 years. The surface on one side of the planet is pockmarked with craters from stray weapons blasts, and scans from the UNS Tradewind have picked up several hulks on the ground. Though these wrecked ships are all in very poor condition, the fact that anything remains at all after the damage they must have sustained is a testament to their advanced design. Science Officer Junichi Takeya is preparing an expedition to sift through these derelict hulls for any available technologies. Good, do it. We can do more research. We can build off-road trading companies. I want to do that. Trade's good. More crash ship log. Actually, here, before we do that, let's pause. We got a lot of stuff going on right now. We got like 3 things popping. Yet another translated log from the down ship. Running out of food. Ate our dead 5 cycles ago, but not enough to last us. We had a vote and decided to eat the captain, who was locked in the closet, if you'll remember. Engineer Sarbella still working hard on subspace transmitter. She assures me it's nearly complete. It looks very complex. Pervax's last secondary appendage has shriveled up and turned magenta. Death is near. Dude's lost like 8 eyes and 4 appendages so far. Okay, we're going to keep digging. Now we have here ancient survey marker. A small short-range transmitter has been located on the surface of Pleion 2. It appears to be an ancient survey marker placed here eons ago to mark a large deposit of previous precious metals. The miners it was meant for evidently never arrived, as the deposit is still here. Okay, so that adds mining there. So we're still checking these guys out. This guy, after he's done surveying, we're going to have him research this. This guy is still surveying. We're all good there. I'm going to go ahead and have him build a starbase there. After some initial success in deducing the fundamentals of the language used by the sprites, our progress is established. Meaningful communication with them has stalled. It appears that they speak in strange riddles, somehow conveying meaning through short and seemingly nonsensical phrases of which we can only guess the significance. Darmok and Jalad at Janata. Puzzling. We will need to gather a larger sample size. Keep going. And then also, we're going to finish the expansion traits, which means we get another ascension perk. This time, I think what we're going to do is do some additional research. Yeah. Technology ascendancy. It will advance our research 10% faster and allow us to have more rare technologies pop up for research. So yes. Okay, I haven't built any ships in a while. We'll build some more of those. We got plenty of alloys for that. And then I think once this guy builds a starbase here, we're gonna upgrade the starbase right there. We're still paused. That's why we're not moving. Survey completed. Through our surveys of habitable worlds, our biologists have collected a vast amount of data on alien life forms. Many of our older theories on the development of life have been disproved, and our scientific community has had to build new models from scratch. Yes, Rafe, I found Darmok. And thanks for chatting with me, buddy, and have a good night. You practice guitar. You're better off than me. My fingers were too short. I could never do it well, but have fun. I think what I'm going to do here is once we actually get this sprites communication down and figure out who these sprites are, we'll probably call it for the night. I'm going to guess we're going to encounter our first civilization. I do also like the soundtrack on this. There's so many good... Okay, we can upgrade here, but we need more minerals. So let's buy some more minerals and upgrade this building. Terraform canyon discovered. Well, we can't terraform yet, so that's great. We can terraform later. Not now. We haven't researched it. Yeah, but no, the soundtrack of this game is really nice. They put a lot of time into it. And every time they put out a new major DLC, they put out more music as well, too. So there's a lot of music. I mean, you can look at the playlist here. There is a ton. There's a ton of music. This game does this a lot. It pops in front of you. And it's great, except for it's annoying when I'm trying to show you the playlist. Temporarily refraining from venting certain emissions from our vessel's reactor cores while the immediate vicinity of space amoeba's flocks seem to be enough to not arouse their ire. Okay, so if we don't vent around the amoebas, they won't try to kill us. Positive. So as I was saying, there's a lot of music. Check all that out. A lot of it's available on Spotify too. So if you're looking for some good ambient sci-fi type music, it's good. Deceptive giant. What we had assumed was an normally small gas giant is in fact not. Beneath a deceptive cover of thick dust swirling in the upper atmosphere lies a regular planet, a barren planet, but a planet nonetheless. It has proven quite embarrassing to our astronomical community on Earth. Well, way to go, guys. You screwed up. Okay. Now we can deal with the amoebas. I can send this guy over here and build an outpost. But before I can build that outpost, I need to have a science ship to survey. And all my science ships are over here, and I want to keep them surveying. So I'm going to build another science ship to survey up here now. We've unlocked that area because now the amoebas aren't going to try to kill me. And now we've done the amoebas research, I think I can go ahead and do the 38 months of drone research to deal with that too. And then... let's see. We have a graveyard expedition. That's that over here. Oh, no. I don't want you to do that. That's too far away. I want you to do that. He was going to fly up there and do that surveying that I want the new science ship to do. Primordial soup. Nestled in the sheltered pockets across Tau Cygni B3's surface is a rich sludge of simple organic compounds that our researchers believe could be a hotbed for ablogenesis, the spontaneous formation of organic life from lifeless matter. Tau Cygni B3 has an unusually thick atmosphere for a barren world, which could make it hospitable to simple life forms. Although this presents a unique opportunity to study what could be in early stages of origins of life, it would be best to set our expectations low, as it will still be millions of years before the evolves naturally of Tau Cygni B3, if at all. So, we need to get a little research out of that sucker. And let's not go ahead and put our fingers into the goo, because that may, end history for some folks. Okay, so my construction ship's there. My science ship is built. Got to grab a scientist to send up that way. And then they're going to survey that. How am I doing on my sprites? Where are my sprites at? Oh, there they are. Look at that. Language of metaphor. As we continue to investigate the sprites, who we now know to be the Han Maran nation, it became clear that the phrases they were used are references to significant, well-known events that happened at some point in their past. It really, truly is Darmok. The meanings of these references are apparently generally recognized among their kind and can be shorthand for expressing a sentiment or state of affairs. Fortunately, it seems that this form of their language is not the only version of it, but merely a high speech used in official settings and between intellectuals. And altogether more comprehensible low speech vernacular is used in more informal settings, and that will help us because we're dumb and don't know metaphor, especially among the young and those in lesser intelligence, like ourselves. Unfortunately, it is considered gravely insulting to speak to one of high standing using the low speech, so that they must treat us as intellectual equivalents of children in order to communicate with us. So we either contact them in low speech, which is going to give us a penalty, or we can manage to speak their true language. So we can try to speak in metaphor when we have no context for the metaphor and see what happens. So in real life, I would say let's just go ahead and take the penalty, but let's have some fun here and try to explain to these guys that, we're not low. And it's going to actually ask me to randomly decide the answer. This is going to go over real well. Envoy Zhu Qualjan pauses, looking confused. We have gathered several phrases that they seem to begin their messages with. Which should we use to greet them? Yvonne, when the rampart shook. Lofen, her sensory hyphae listening. Better to play this safe on second thought. Well, between ramparts shaking and listening, and since we're saying hello, I think we should be listening more than shaking ramparts, so we'll do that. The reaction to our words are instantaneous. Smiles, or at least what we believe to be their equivalent of smiles, broke out among the Han Murans, who uttered several phrases of unmistakably friendly character. It seems we chose our form of greeting well. A most delightful people. We can leverage this to find out more about them. So, we can gain a spy network plus 25, or we can be friends with them. I don't need to spy on these guys. We'll be friends. And we have found our first civilization. So, we can greet them with warmness, just kind of neutrality or hostility. We're going to be warm, so we can learn much from each other. First alien encounter. It's a momentous day. And we've also found another alien species, the ghosts. So let's close out of this. I'm going to pause. Oh, special projects concluded. Our team under Science Officer Jinchik Takei has finished their expedition of Moonstrom 1 and returned to the UMS Tradewood. Thankfully, the starship graveyard and the surface proved to be a technological treasure trove. Studying the remains of these vessels has advanced our research in certain fields by several years, and there are yet things to discover. A permanent science outpost in orbit would be a great boon to our starship's engineering efforts. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to pause. So you can see here, we can see the border of the Han Maran nation. So they're not too far away from us. But also, if we go in here and we click on them, they're cordial because we didn't screw up their language. I'm going to go ahead and try to improve relations by sending an envoy to them so we can continue to learn from them and be nice to them because I don't want to piss anybody off. We have a new alien race over here called the Ghosts that we can start figuring out who they are. And we have the pulsating star piece, which we can research down here. So we're going to go research that. And let's see. What else we got going on? My science ship is still working on going to go ahead here and survey. So we'll start surveying this part of the galaxy. And aside from that, everything looks to be okay. We're not dead yet. It is the year 2227, June 7th to be exact. And we ain't dead yet. and I think we're doing okay. Let's look at where we are on the rankings. We were at 12 last time I looked. We're at 13. Okay. I'm in for the long game here. The long game. Excuse me. So I think I'll go ahead and end it there. I will save this sucker. Oh, it's actually pre-saves because I'm in Iron Man mode, so I can't save when I want to. It just saves automatically. So that way I can't go back and cheat later. So we'll go ahead and exit out to the menu here. And that is Stellaris. We're just now really getting into the heart of the game as we start exploring and meeting new civilizations. We're going to start building up our military fleet, finding out new kind of starship classes, really learning what our part of the galaxy and the rest of the galaxy look like. Is it hostile? Is it inviting? Finding all that stuff out. So let me hear from you all. In the comments, let me know if you want me to continue to do this. If you want me to, I can continue to play this game, or if you know Stellaris and you want me to try something else out, if you want me to be the Borg, which they're not called the Borg in here, but they're the Borg, or if you want me to be space pirates or a mega corporation or whatever, let me know. Tell me what you want to do. And if you all give me the comments and the likes, I will go ahead and bring this back and we'll do it again. Thanks everyone for checking it out. We really appreciate it. Be sure to hit that like, subscribe, and notify button, and check out our other shows that we have going on. We have our Babylon 5 main show, which comes out every Wednesdays. We are reviewing every single episode of Babylon 5 with newbies and those who have watched the show previously. So if you're new to the show, you can just watch it along with us. And if you've seen the entire Babylon 5 series, you can stick around with us as we talk spoilers when we kick the newbies out. Then we also have our Last of Us after show, which Kevin, Justin, and John are doing. And that's in episode 7 right now, as we get closer to episode 10 and the end of the first season. And then Blake, myself, and Emily are also looking at Star Trek Picard. And actually, just today, I did drop an interview with Stephen Barton, the composer of Star Trek Picard, Season 3. So we're doing a lot. So be sure to get that subscribe and notify button hit. And again, tell me in the comments what you think of Stellaris and if you want me to continue to play this game. Have a good one, folks. Thanks so much for your time, and we'll be in touch.